Hey, besties. Welcome back
Welcome back.
to Your Gay Bestie. How have you guys been doing?
How have you been doing?
How have I been doing? Who's asking? I'm
How is your brat summer? Are we over? I'm over brat.
Brat Summer has drug me through the mud. I have one eyelash left on. I can't do this anymore.
I can't do it. I'm tapping out, and I'm
Yeah.
so glad it's like about to be fall.
When summer started, I was 30,
I feel
and
like
then
it's
now
been,
when
like,
summer's ending, I think I'm like 82. I feel like I am not
82.
okay. Like I've aged
I'm
and I
not
lived lives,
okay.
and the lives that I have lived
Did you survive?
have been fucked
Barely.
up.
Barely surviving.
Yeah, but it's been fun.
Yeah.
outside of
same.
that.
I feel the same way. Like I'm just like I feel like I've been living summer for like two more months. Like it's been like 4 months instead of 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like tapped out. I'm
Yeah.
like I can't do another party full link. Okay.
Abolish party full links.
Abolish the
Please.
link. Do
The
not
links need
send
to
me a
die.
link, babes. I'm not coming anymore.
Yeah, they have been getting a little crazy. It's like everybody has a birthday, and
It's
I'm
either
like,
a birthday, Pride. Like I'm so glad Pride's over.
yeah.
Like,
Honestly, actually, we should roll back Pride. Honestly, no more Pride events. I know
I don't
what
think we need Pride.
I see what the
actually.
right is doing, and I salute them.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I'm literally just kidding.
No, yeah, I don't think we need any more gay people coming out either.
Yeah. The quota has been met.
The quota
Stay
has
in
been
the
met.
closet.
Like, stay in the closet.
God forbid you be yourself.
Like, yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. We're reverting back.
We're straight again.
I'm
Welcome
actually
to
gonna
Your
be
Straight Bestie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really excited for our guest today.
I know. I'm so excited.
She is a part of the LGBTQ community.
Some would say she's a veteran.
She is a veteran.
10 plus years as a lesbian.
Yeah, that's
That's
insane.
crazy.
She's doing the work.
She has done the work.
She has
and she
done
needs
the
to be compensation needs to be had.
I'm so
10
excited.
years and I'm like, you're still gay?
Honestly, she's like,
I'm
this
like,
is my last year being
Jesus
gay.
Christ. I've only been in the game for like
Yeah.
probably half of that. And I'm already like,
You know
I
what's so
can't do
funny?
it.
Because like I technically have been out for 7 years now. And when I think of 10 years, I'm like, oh shit. So you were gay when like Abraham Lincoln was gay. Like y'all were gay together.
Y'all were gay. Y'all were hanging out. The
That's
invites were being
insane.
sent.
They were going to fucking
Like,
they were going to Pride events together. That's crazy.
can you imagine? Oh my gosh, with the dollar bills. What bill is he even on?
I
think the $5
honestly,
bill.
I have not
Yeah.
seen money in 10 years.
I was like, what is money?
I'm just like, charge to the card, babes.
Yeah.
It's fake
I was like,
anyway.
I hate.
Well, let's
Let's
introduce
intro her.
Bryce.
Bryce, come on in. Yeah, bring the matcha. I know we were talking shit about Brat Summer, but like matcha doesn't count. So matcha is
Hello.
forever.
No, this
Hey,
is the best
Bryce.
matcha I've ever had. Thank you, Polly.
Oh my god, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
We have,
I'm the matcha master at this point.
I mean,
are.
I haven't had a better one, so it's pretty
my
crazy.
God.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys.
Yeah.
If this podcast doesn't work out,
it has to work out.
Mario Coffee, you hiring?
What?
Shout out to Mario Coffee.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank
Hi.
you so much for having me again.
Yeah, thanks for coming
On
back.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I didn't hear from you guys, I was like, okay, ADHD got the best of me, and I talked way too much, and they never want me to return.
No, we had to cut. We had to run it back.
Yeah, for context, we just talked a little too much about deep things that you guys would never understand. So we're
Yeah,
like,
it
let's
was
not
like-
release this.
It was a level of vulnerability
It was
that
very deep.
none of you.
She
can
was
ever know.
crying. I threw up
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah,
And then
we
passed
diagnosed.
out.
Yeah, we diagnosed each other with many
Yeah.
mental
Literally.
We were
illnesses.
self-diagnosing things.
yeah, yeah. I was joking, but actually I remember now
Yeah,
what we were talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, it was super-
Maybe one day if we ever had guns to our heads, we would say what we were talking about, but not
Yeah.
today.
today's
not
not the day.
today.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
I do.
Please
Um,
introduce yourself.
Yeah, Bryce Rackham, 30 years old.
Oh!
I am.
I don't know why we made that sound. We're all
We're
30
just
on this
excited.
couch.
Yes.
Okay, we are all 30
We're
on
all
this
30
couch.
on this couch.
Yeah, veteran of the LGBTQ plus community.
That's
I
insane.
have been out since my
cannot
sophomore
believe
year of
that.
college, which was
I cannot believe that.
2013.
How old were you?
It's like what, 20?
20. 20.
20?
Damn. You
Or
were like,
19.
I know who I
I think I might have
am,
been 19.
and I deserve to live out loud.
We need to
I
like
deserve to be
100%.
gay out loud.
a medal be presented to Bryce.
Yeah, my best friend in college saw a series of relationship with men that were horrible.
Like, why isn't this working out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Me just like
Oh,
bawling, like
you're
I just
like,
don't understand. I
oh.
don't want to have sex with them, but that shouldn't matter. Like they should still love me.
Yeah.
And she literally was like, Bryce, have you ever thought about being gay? And yeah, the next day I was on the apps.
You're like,
That's
I
so
have.
crazy.
I met my first girlfriend, I believe, 1 week later.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. It
Also
was,
to have that full switch of being like, someone presented gay, I said yes, and then I'm immediately gonna go like, be gay.
for it.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
there
'cause I
was
feel like-
some major internalized homophobia there because I mean, I grew up in the Valley. I was in a program that was very accepting. Majority of my friends or people that I knew were queer already.
Wow.
That's
But I
kinda
just like
crazy.
didn't want to be. I thought like everybody had always pushed me
because it's a choice, you guys.
100%.
We must say it is a choice.
Being gay is a choice.
Being choices. I mean,
I
being
wanted it. I wanted it to be a choice. Like
Yeah.
I everybody had always
Yes.
pushed me like to date, that basketball player, the
Yeah.
captain of the baseball team. It was
Yeah.
very much like, okay, you're this white all-American girl. You must live this what we see in the movies, and I think you need to go to prom with that guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, sounds good. But I always knew like
Something was gay.
something was
odd.
gay. I was like,
something was off.
I always thought it was like I was
This
the
is a
taller,
little
bigger
gay.
girl because I was
Little
friends with
bit.
little shorties. But like,
Ah!
but I think it was also just that I was gay and I felt really weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
a lot of my friends were like so comfortable in their bodies. Like the girls were like, let's
Dude.
take, like in a straight
Oh
way,
my
like
God.
let's
We're
take
talking-
showers together.
Yeah.
And
oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
The way that in the locker room in
Oh.
athletics,
God.
Yeah,
I always
it's-
was like, I can't look at anyone.
Yeah.
I am getting
Like
nervous.
PE class.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I was,
Yeah.
like, I'm so nervous right now. Like, do I
Yeah.
look at their boobies or
Yeah.
do I look like their butt?
Yeah.
I'd
I
always,
can't look away.
Like,
You had to
Yeah.
completely talk
Change.
through
Yeah.
what was the
Yeah.
appropriate thing to do.
And then
because
I
it was like
wouldn't
they're
want
gonna
to
know.
take my clothes
Yeah.
off
They're
because
gonna-
I was like, they're all looking
Yeah.
at me in a sexy way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody was.
Same.
Having like
There has-
really weird like crushes that I
Yeah.
didn't process as crushes.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was telling someone the other day that I had this. I think it was my sister's book, but it was a book of like just a bunch of different
What was
photos
it?
of art and murals, and it was just an art book. And I kept it under my bed, and I ripped out all photos of the nude women inside of
Oh.
it. Yeah, and I kept it under my bed.
Like under your mattress?
No, under my bed.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
And my
I was like, was it stuff into the mattress?
Like,
Because
no,
that's when you
like-
know.
no,
That's
and
some deep lore.
but I think I wasn't like, okay, I need to hide this per se, like in a better place, because even doing stuff like that, I did not think I was gay.
Oh.
Like I there was always something
How
that
old
was
were you
different.
when you were doing this?
Yeah.
I was in high school.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, I had crushes when I
Were you
was
just like, I need
younger.
to keep these photos safe?
Yeah,
Like,
I
what
don't
was-
know what
Were
was
there
that's
any?
kinda
Do you remember
interesting.
what was going through your mind when you were tearing out these beautiful photos of breasts?
I think it was like
Did you feel
something
guilty?
is wrong. Yeah, I was like, something is wrong here. I'm wrong for
Mm.
doing this. This isn't real.
Gay
Like
So
shame.
this,
it's like literally ashamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were like ashamed of your behavior.
I mean, a moment that has been burned into my memory is when I had my first boyfriend, Josh Cohen. He was the
Oh,
captain of
name
the
Shout
basketball
out
team.
Josh
Shout
Cohen.
out Josh.
And him and his best friend would like sometimes come over to my parents' house, and we would hang out, just the three of us. And
I don't know what I was. I thought you were about to. And we would have sex.
we would have threesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would actually
And
have
so
a menage a
Yeah.
trois.
Yeah.
Menage a trois.
But that was like, I don't know if you've seen Pen 15, but like
Oh
the,
my God,
moment the
absolutely.
moment she learns about
Absolutely.
masturbation was like, it was just like,
Oh
that
my
was,
god!
Oh my
I
God,
felt
you're, like,
that I
doing
felt
it,
that
like, all
scene
the
so
time.
much. Like I really was like,
I wonder
She
if that's
was
a
like-
Pisces thing because Erica has definitely likened her preteen years to that
Yeah.
exact episode
it was very real.
where she was going
And Pen
in.
15 was
She
literally
was going
The
in.
bathroom scene, I was like, oh
I was
my
like, your
God.
clitoris is probably rubbed off.
Yeah.
Jesus
Maybe she took it a little
Christ.
too far, but
Yeah.
I mean, Pen 15 was shot at my actual middle school. So like all of the
Oh,
hangout
shit.
spots and everything,
What
like
in
I was
the
like, wait, I
fuck?
did that there. Oh my God. That's where
Oh my God.
it was such
I would
a
have
real
cried
experience. Yeah.
watching
it
it.
was so
No,
like
it was such
a real
I did
experience.
cry watching
Yeah.
that show.
But yeah, I remember I was in the bathroom and my sister came running in and she was like, Bryce, I just need to warn you, Dad's about to come confront you. He found lesbian porn on your computer search. And I was like, I literally lied to my sister in that moment. I turned to her and immediately said, that was Josh and Amit.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, they were over the other day and they were being stupid and they looked up lesbian porn.
And your dad
Oh,
believed you.
wait, that's actually good.
That's
and
actually
smart.
a good. That was a good.
Because of
cover-up.
course,
Yeah.
of course they would do that. So I told my dad that. Don't think he believed me. But
Because your sister's also gay.
yeah,
Who came out first?
my sister came out to me.
That moment was like, let's
Yeah.
go look at
You're like,
together.
also let's.
So
do a
this is
pact. We're
crazy,
both
Bryce, but
gay.
like, are you gay?
So,
I'm
like,
gay.
Who's gay? What's gay?
Who's
Yeah.
gay in here
Who's gay?
in this bathroom? Who's gay?
Who's gay?
No,
Right?
she came out to me before I came out. And she texted me while we were in New Jersey at my mom's best friend's house. She was a little tipsy and she was next to me and she texted me and she said, I have to tell you something. I'm bisexual. And I was like,
Why is it always bisexual?
Yeah. And I was like,
The
Is she
gateway.
bisexual now?
yeah, I mean, like, at that time, she had never been with a woman. She just
Yeah.
knew she was bisexual.
Wow, that's
And
courageous.
it
of
took her years.
Yeah.
It took her
Yeah.
many years, but I mean, before her girlfriend that she's been with for almost 2 years, it was pretty much women for a couple years. But
Oh,
before that, it was
okay.
all men.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
she is.
so bisexual.
She is bisexual,
Yeah.
but
She's
I
like, I have to tell you something, and I know in my heart that I am bisexual. And
Yeah.
I will never run this back.
yeah, I think I was like, I think
Like, I'm
my
not
response
taking it
was like,
back.
oh my God,
Yay!
yay, that's great. Have you kissed a girl? And she's like, no, but I just know.
And you're like,
Yeah.
you're like, so you're straight,
I think I was
So
not
you're
very
like,
understanding of it. Yeah.
liar,
Liar.
And I think she was a little bit salty that I came out first and that I had a girlfriend first. And it was almost like my
Oh. Wait,
little
so you
sister
did
is
come out
stealing my
first?
thunder. Like I came out to people first.
Oh, publicly.
Yeah. Like my
Okay.
sister came out to me, but
Wait,
she was
context,
not
how
going-
Old is your sister? Like is your sister
She's
older?
3 years
yeah,
older
my
than
sister's
Okay.
3 years older. She is 33.
Okay.
At that time, we went to the same college. At
Yeah.
that time,
You guys had 1 year in high school in passing. Then yes.
yes,
Yeah.
and college. But yeah, she was like, I'm not going to come out publicly until I'm actually dating someone and there's a reason for me to
Mm-hmm.
say that I am.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a fun moment for my parents.
Dude.
Wait, that's crazy. How did they like react and respond?
I told them over FaceTime because when I was in school, because I was coming to LA 2 weeks later
With
and
your girlfriend.
My
Oh,
girlfriend.
Oh my god!
Yeah, my girlfriend was
You,
on
like,
tour with her band and they were in LA.
Oh my
She's
at
like,
that
if you
time.
see me kissing a beautiful woman,
yeah,
just know I'm
oh
gay.
my god!
Just
Well,
know I'm
'cause
doing it in a gay way.
yeah.
It's in a
But
best
I was
friend
so
way.
like, I was just so matter of fact.
Yeah.
And because I talked to my mom
Damn.
about everything.
Yeah.
So I would tell her anytime I was on a date with a guy or tell her any of that. And so
You're like,
over
"So it's been a
over
while."
FaceTime, she was like, so are you dating anyone? What's like, are
Yeah.
you dating it? Have you been on any dates with any guys? And I literally said, okay, plot twist. I am dating someone and it's a girl. Her name's Daisy. You're meeting her in 2
Wait.
weeks.
oh my god!
And I remember the first time my dad met her, he was just like
Oh.
he did not know
like brain
what to do.
glitch.
yeah.
And he was silent the entire Zoom. And I was upset. I was like, oh my God.
Oh,
like
shit.
I did not
Interesting.
expect this reaction from my dad.
Yeah.
This is so sad. And he texts me like 2 weeks later and he's like, I just need you to know that I was not silent because of anything that you said. I'm upset because you haven't reached out to me
Oh,
Oh
I
my
see.
God.
in a month. Like, so it was completely about the fact that his
You're like-
teenage daughter was not
Is
talking to him,
Yeah.
like reaching out. It had nothing to do with the news that I brought
oh,
to him.
you're like, I'm
You're like-
gay. I'm trembling right now, and he's like, okay. What about the fact that you've been giving me
Yeah.
this?
Fuck
You
that.
have not talked to me in a month.
You're being a horrible
Like,
daughter.
hello.
Let's talk about it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then when my sister came out, I think they were just so confused how that could happen. Like, I think they just didn't understand how
Like two.
they have so many siblings. Those siblings have kids, and my sister and I are the
Are, like,
only
only-
two. And they were, you know,
Wow.
of course, like we're
What
the
was the-
liberal family.
Yeah.
We moved to LA for my dad to be acting and doing stand-up comedy. They have 2 gay kids. They love Obama. Like, it was very much like
They love
it was like,
Obama.
Yeah, it's like the cliche.
they were like,
Yeah.
fuck, there's another thing to add to
Yeah.
like why we're so different from the rest of our family.
What was the timeline between you coming out to your parents and then your sister coming out? Did you ask
Oh,
this?
no,
I kind
that's
of
a good
went-
question.
I kind of blacked out a little bit.
Me too.
I think I blacked out that whole timeline. I'm not sure. I think my sister came out to them like before the pandemic, but it had to have been
Whoa,
like 4
before the
years.
pandemic?
So you were fully living your gay life.
Oh, I was.
Oh, you were.
I was out and about. I was in the town. I was hooking up with everyone. I was so beyond gay.
That's
And-
so crazy.
Yeah,
That
I
is
don't know
so
why.
crazy. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my sister was just like, I think she was on dating apps with
Yeah.
having men and women as her search, but it
Yeah.
was just working out with the guys on there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just,
Totally.
Wait.
You know, it's interesting that you and I have very similar like coming out stories a little bit because
What was yours?
my sister came out to me probably 2 minutes before I came out to her. But
And how
plot
old was
twist,
she?
she was 13.
Whoa.
Okay, but I will say that Gen Z, like
That's
you know
crazy.
how we talk about our queer elders and like we're like they really paved the way.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a queer elder.
Are you a
but-
queer elder?
But like you
Sitting on
know-
this
by 2
couch?
minutes.
Yeah.
It's like twins who are like, I'm older by
Wow.
1 minute.
Exactly.
I was gayer by
Exactly.
1 minute.
Exactly.
Oh my
Like
God.
I think that our generation, I mean, obviously all the generations that came before us, like as millennials, like
Mhm.
they really were, you know, we got bullied still in high school, but not as bad. Like we weren't being killed.
Yeah.
I mean, people are still being killed for being
Yeah.
queer, but it's not something where it's like, at least we feel like we can talk about it openly.
Yeah, definitely.
We never felt like outside of or after coming out, we had to like keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
And then my sister's generation, because she's Gen Z, she was like, yeah, everybody at school is gay. Like everyone. She's like, I would say like
Dude.
90% of my class
Like-
is gay. And I was like, you're welcome for that, honestly.
I did that.
Yeah.
But how many?
What?
So how many years ago was she 13?
So
how long ago was this?
she's turning 21 this year. So this was 7 years ago. And it was funny because I had already moved to California and my whole family came and visited and I was driving her to dinner and everybody else was driving a different car. And like I was like, I have to tell you something because I just started dating my first girlfriend.
Gasp.
And yeah, and I think I had already told my mom before this in the way that you told your mom because my mom was like, "Are you dating anyone?" I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Who's the lucky guy?" And I was like, "It's actually a woman." And then she was just like,
so you
"Oh
know."
wow, like I never thought that about you." And I was like, "Really?"
Yeah.
Like me, the Gay
You're
Straight
like,
Alliance
where's-
president.
Yeah.
There were
Excuse me.
signs. There
Yeah.
were sprinkles and breadcrumbs.
Exactly. And I just think that I never like was like I grew up like thinking that I had to like look this certain way and like I had to wear certain clothes and like I always felt so weird and like okay, is this like it was body dysmorphia, but it was because I didn't want to dress like what a woman in Texas was supposed to be dressing like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But anyway, we're in the car and I was like, I have to tell you something. And she's like, wait, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, what? Like, no,
Oh,
you go first.
Did
Yeah.
you see
I
any
guarantee
signs in
mine's
your
more
sister?
important.
Yeah, she was 13. I
Wow.
literally didn't
Crazy.
even know that she like knew what dating was. Obviously she did.
Yeah.
Obviously I did. But she was like, I'm dating a girl. And I was like, what the fuck? And her name was Paris. And she was a year or two older than my sister. But then like
Whoa.
they broke
Wait
up.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Keep going.
So she's like 14 or 15, which dramatically is a huge difference between a 13-year-old
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
because you're
yeah.
like fully not in high school yet. And
That's
so
weird.
then they broke up like
Where's this
maybe
girl
a few
now?
weeks after.
I was like,
I know.
hello?
I actually was
Paris?
talking to her about my sister. Or no, sorry.
Wait, what?
I was talking to my sister about her. And apparently this girl has like a boyfriend now and whatever.
Oh.
But my sister was like, I broke up with her. This was like a few weeks later. She's like, I broke up with her because she wanted to do things and I wasn't ready yet.
Oh my god!
I was like, okay, boundary queen.
Yeah, good for her.
Isn't that
beautiful.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I was just
also,
like-
to be that young and be like, I'm setting a boundary and like I don't feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
Literally.
I
Versus,
didn't even
like,
have my first
I
kiss
feel like
until
everyone was like so
I don't know.
pressured.
Yeah. When was your first kiss?
Freshman year of high school.
Oh yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in
My
seventh
first like
grade.
tongue kiss was like sorry. Freshman year.
tongue kiss.
And I was like oh my god.
Your first tongue kiss.
like I was like, oh my god, this is like a like French kiss, and they're like
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
like
yeah,
French kiss.
Everyone goes to the movies and they're all making out with each
That's
other.
where it was.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
my first kiss was.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, mine was in an abandoned classroom.
Oh.
Okay, that's
What?
sexy and hot. Where was it? At school?
It was in
Your
high school. We had a hallway. I went to Catholic high school. Shout out to all my Catholic
This
girlies.
is so cool.
Was it
and
with a
we were in
girl or a boy?
It was a boy.
Oh,
I didn't
not
kiss
as
a girl
boring.
until like I know. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I came out as bisexual.
Yeah,
first.
we all did.
It was like in an abandoned hallway. Like we called it the haunted hallway because someone died in that hallway.
Oh.
Okay.
But they
Story has
always
taken
kept
so many
the
different-
room. There was like 2 classrooms back there, and they'd always keep them unlocked. And I had a crush on this guy named Devin, and
Beautiful. Beautiful name.
Give us a
yeah,
last
great
name.
Yeah.
Devin Barnes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
He was
then
on the
so you
football
kissed your
team.
crush.
Yeah. I had a crush
In
on
an
him.
abandoned room at
Yeah,
a Catholic.
and then
Why did you have a crush on him? What did you like about him?
I think I liked that he liked me.
Mm.
I
And,
think
like,
it's always
I
about-
was like, I was like, oh, like because I wasn't, but I think he was so like into me that I was like, okay. But I didn't really, maybe I see a pattern here.
It's
But you didn't
all
actually
making
like him.
sense.
But no, I did like him.
Okay.
Yeah. But like he definitely like pursued me, I think. And that's what I think I liked.
Yeah. Well, you still
Um,
even like that now.
yeah, I
When
do.
somebody is like actively pursuing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do.
I feel like if you don't, can I diagnose you real quick? I feel like
Yes.
WebMD.
yes.
WebMD, we're back.
I do feel like whenever you're like, oh, they maybe like me or they don't like me, you don't like the ambiguity. And once someone's making you feel that way, you're like turned off. Absolutely.
That is so crazy because that makes me love you more. Like as if
Like you're
someone's doing that to
chasing
me, like
someone.
I'm like, oh,
Oh my
Yeah.
god! It makes me crazy.
yeah.
It makes me want to
No.
like throw
Absolutely
up.
insane.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, like insanity.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So that was my first kiss.
So
freshman year.
you love a what's it called? Love bomber. Like you would be tricked by a love bomber.
I have been.
I mean, I've been tricked by a love
Present
bomber.
day,
For sure.
yeah.
I'm
But
for
I
sure.
also like to chase. Like I definitely feel like I do kind of like to chase. Also, like I like. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I've been pursued a lot, but
Oh,
like not
name
like
them. Who
Yeah.
pursued you?
that. No, I will not name
Right now.
names. No,
That is so funny.
no, but yeah,
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, that was my first kiss, and it was good. And then I got freaked out because I like ran from him afterward.
Mhm.
You like Naruto ran out of the classroom.
Yeah, I literally. And then I was like, the soccer team was like, the soccer boys were like practicing. I don't know why I wasn't practicing.
You're like,
then,
I have to go do something really quick.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and then I like ran, and like I feel like they could tell something happened, and they were just all like staring at me. And then Devin came like a few
Behind
minutes
you?
behind me, and I was like, oh god, like they know that I kissed this boy.
Wait, was that a tongue kiss or not a tongue kiss?
Well, they
It
know
was a tongue
something
kiss.
happened
Oh,
in the abandoned
shit.
room.
Yeah, it was my first tongue kiss because I've never had a tongue kiss, and I think that's what I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
And then I had a French kiss, and then I had a French kiss, and then I was like,
Okay, wait.
And you're
What's
like,
the difference between a tongue kiss
It's
and a
the
French
same.
kiss?
sorry,
Right.
it's the same.
Okay,
but I
got
keep-
it. Got it.
They're synonymous with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. Wait, was your first kiss in freshman year too?
Oh my god. I was a fucking makeout. Well, even whenever I was single before Erica, my best friends called me like a makeout fiend or something like that because I would literally just make out
Bitch.
with fucking everyone. It was so
Wow.
crazy. Yeah. Okay, so I had my
So
first
you're like
kiss.
the girl that's like, if we go to a party, you're making out with somebody for sure.
Not for sure, but like I will get drunk
Like, who
enough
are
to
you
where it
making out
happens.
with?
Like I was making out with coworkers. I was like making
Oh, you
out
were
with
like that,
dude. Okay, so my first kiss, I was in 7th grade with this boy named Jordan Griffith, who
That's a great name.
passed
Yeah, wow. These
away.
people have great names.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Sad story. R.I.P. him. honestly. He
R.I.P..
passed away when we were juniors in high school.
Oh,
We will talk about that off camera.
Okay.
But yes, I really liked him, and it was like this whole thing where it was like his friends told my friends that he was going to kiss me after school
Oh,
before we got
I
no.
loved
picked
those
up.
set-
And I
setups.
was
Classic.
so nervous. I was like,
Classic.
"Ugh." And so like all of my friends knew, and so I was like, oh my god, it's almost kiss time. And then we literally just like, and then we like parted
Yep.
ways.
Oh my
there was no
God.
even like eye lock
Yeah.
or anything. And then after that, I had my first tongue kiss with this guy, who I was like obsessed with. He went
Oh
to my
my
church,
God.
and he was like 1 year older than me, and we were just like making out everywhere. And there was one time when we went to Six Flags with the church
What?
in the church van on the way back.
my
Oh,
God,
no.
I'm confessing
no,
this.
No.
Oh my God, you guys,
We're-
confessional.
We're in the very back of the van, and it was like a
Oh my
45-minute
God.
drive. We're making out.
No,
It's a
you're
phone.
not.
Not in the church
It's-
van.
Not in the
church
church
van.
van and
We're
for
just
45 minutes.
making out the entire
Are you
time.
Was
kidding
there a
me?
nun in the front of the van?
No, there
Oh.
was the youth pastor was driving the car.
Polly.
And yeah,
Polly. Dang.
that was insane. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, I mean, that was my little shout out to you. You know who you are.
Yeah, wow.
Very
Okay, now let's talk about something gay.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
I
talk
think
about
we-
your first makeout, your first tongue kiss / French
Ugh.
kiss.
It was it was with my boyfriend Josh Cohen.
that you were looking at lesbian porn with. Got it.
Oh, did you
Got
love it?
it.
Were you like, I love this?
No, we need to like get
No,
to
I
some
remember
gay
like
shit.
I never really liked making out, and it made sense once I made out with
Mm.
my first girlfriend.
Okay.
But I remember we went and saw a movie, and then we went to Starbucks, got a coffee, and we were walking down the Galleria.
The
And
Glendale Galleria?
the Sherman Oaks.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. Sorry, I just have to place myself there.
No, yeah, Sherman Oaks Galleria was a hot spot. Like all the
Dude.
cool kids were there.
Dude,
I mean,
the
on the
mall
weekend.
malls
is, like,
were cool.
peak-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hang
Malls
out.
used to be cool as fuck.
Yeah, I love a
And-
mall till this day.
I do too.
I do love a mall. Like I
Malls
love
are
going
good.
to the mall. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Whoa.
Not all the time, but they're good.
Yeah,
If it's a really
like, a
good mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Not
the Topanga Mall, really good one.
like not
That one's
a
really
bad
good.
Yeah.
one. But like if it's a good mall, like like a pretzel.
Oh, Wetzel's Pretzel.
walk
Yeah,
around,
true.
Maybe hit up a movie. Maybe get
Yeah.
our ears pierced at Claire's.
Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Okay, I got my clip pierced at
Like-
Claire's.
You're kidding. Oh, okay, that was a
Yeah,
joke.
what? No,
What?
absolutely not.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just spread eagle in the
Yeah.
front where
I don't. I was like, I didn't know they did that.
They're like,
is
okay,
I'm like,
I'm
Claire's
ready.
is a family establishment.
Is there a
babe.
21 and over location?
I
Sure,
was like,
that
do they have
day.
a back room? What are you doing?
Whoa.
Spread eagle, broad daylight.
in the front of the store in the window.
Claire's.
Wow.
But yeah, we made out, and then both of our parents picked us up separately. I got in the car and I texted him and said, "What was your Starbucks drink order?" Because it tasted really good.
Oh my god.
That's all I cared about. And then that was my
LOL.
go-to beverage. It was a white chocolate mocha. So good.
Wow.
Okay.
That was my go-to beverage for years.
Shout out.
And
Dude,
that's
funny.
that was the more memorable part of,
You're like, I
of that.
remember the drink order, not the kiss.
That's insane. Yeah, every time I see that, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be thinking about
I'm
you.
gonna-
telling
And then when
me
I had
down.
to make out with it, like
You're like, can you please drink that drink first?
I don't think there was
every
like
time?
any guy where I was like, I like this.
Yeah. Maybe that's how
was like,
I
I
know
like
I'm a
you.
true bisexual.
I
'Cause
like
you are
you.
a true.
I'm a true lesbian.
Yeah, that's
I could-
very crazy.
Except
Yeah.
I was talking to someone the other day about how before I got sober, but I went out to Tenants of the Trees.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like Camila, my friend,
oh,
intermission.
bleep, bleep.
no, I literally forgot his name. We're not friends anymore.
Okay, yeah.
okay.
Fuck that guy, bitch.
I thought it was
So
like an
and
accent.
he's like, he is a gorgeous gay man, like one
Uh-huh.
of the most beautiful men I have seen. And
You just can't
so
remember
he
his name.
yeah, crazy.
we had a little bit of a falling out.
Oh.
But he saw this guy that he thought was cute, and I at this point like was very nearing blackout. Like it was
Okay,
like
yeah.
one
you're,
or
like,
two drinks away.
teetering.
Yeah, and I remember him being like, that guy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be your wing woman. He didn't need one, but I was like, I'm gonna be your wing
Yeah.
woman.
Like,
So we go over it.
confident,
This guy
let's
has
go.
long hair. He's got glitter on his eyes. Like whatever.
Oh,
Next thing I know,
You're making.
you're
out with
making
him.
out with him.
oh, I don't remember anything except waking up the next morning in his bed.
Wait, he was bisexual? Question mark?
No.
Apparently, Or he was probably like one of
or
those,
just like what
those
like
white straight men who like paints their nails.
Oh, that go to like lightning in a bottle,
Yeah, like,
with
yeah,
the glitter on the
yeah.
face.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I thought he was
Also
gay,
the
and I was
tenets too,
genuinely setting. So who knows how he charmed me
Interesting.
after I blacked out. Ended up in his bed. I remember I
Bro.
turned over. He was not facing me. I look over. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I see that it's a guy, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? I hop out of bed, put my clothes on, run out, hop the fence, call an Uber, get home. No clue who this man is.
You still
no
to
clue.
this day?
Still to this day.
Oh my god, Bryce.
And this was like right before COVID, so that was the last time I hooked up with a guy, and I did not mean to do it.
And
I
you
don't know
even
why.
know what their face looks like.
No. And when
They,
I was,
them, their face.
I was like,
when
yeah.
I was really like, when I was
Oh,
blackout, I would
yeah.
like, I would just make out with anyone or have sex. Like I was,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
yeah.
have sex with anyone. So I guess when I'm drunk, I am bisexual.
Dude, I mean, that's the thing about being
Yeah.
drunk is
Yeah,
that
you
like
just-
the discernment non-existent.
And yeah.
it's gone.
There
But
was-
when I'm
It goes
straight,
out the
I
window.
never want to
Yeah, yeah,
touch
yeah.
a man.
No.
Yeah.
That sounds really not fun. I
No.
don't like that.
There was one time right before it was right whenever I broke up with my last ex. We were out at this bar and it was like right before COVID. And oh my God, I kept telling this guy that he looked like an All Saints model because he had the biggest
Oh
gap
my
in his front
God.
teeth that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, that was so all same.
My friend, yeah, my friends will never let me live that down. But I was making out with him all night, and I have photos of him.
Bro.
He's not.
He's
an
not an
All
All
Saints
Saints
model.
You're like not even close.
He's so not. And bless, like I hope he's happy. But
Damn.
damn, that was insane.
I think it would freak me out if I saw either one of you guys make out with a guy.
I think it would freak me out if
If
I
it
saw
was, like, a
any of our friends
straight
make out with a guy.
man.
I don't
just
want
feel
it.
like it's like
Yeah,
I would be like my brain wouldn't compute.
yeah.
I'm glitching heavy.
I just feel like in my mind, I feel like I present so gay for the
Yeah,
most
you do.
part that like I'm like, why would a man
Ever
have a
approach
crush
you
on me?
and like
Well, men do not approach me anyway, but like,
Men approach me
No.
so much on set. It is crazy.
what do they say to
what
you?
do you like?
Oh,
Hello,
they-
beautiful lady.
Yeah, like they are literally like a grip.
What do you need?
loves
Do you
me.
want a coffee?
A lighting guy loves me. Audio, I don't know what it is, but like I have had men fully like buy me lunches,
Propose
bring me some, like
marriage?
almost.
Oh my god!
And it's so wild because
you are
Not
wielding a power
almost.
that,
but
oh.
no men will ever hit on me outside of set. I don't know
I
what it
feel like-
is.
So you wake up and you're like, I'm going to set. Who's gonna hit on me today, baby?
It's
Yeah.
but no women will hit on me on set.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
That's
I don't
kind of
know.
weird.
Maybe you
That's
should wear a
surprising.
I'm gay shirt.
I feel like
Yeah.
almost like the
I
production
think the
girlies
way
are
I present
so
is
gay.
quite gay though.
So
like,
yeah.
gay.
but also like there are straight girls in audio who also wear dickies and
Well, that's what I
are
was gonna
That's
say. Like,
true.
like
Okay.
on the east side, I feel like every girl,
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
like, you know.
and so I
Yeah,
think
you- yeah,
there's some
yeah.
guys who
Like,
are into that look.
Yeah.
when Audie shows me a girl that he's like, oh, I'm like talking to her or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she's bisexual.
Yeah.
Like every time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, but I guess that my barometer of like what straight.
I don't
looks
even know
like
what
is,
does a
like,
straight woman look like anymore because like,
I was just on the west side and I can tell you what they're wearing. I thought I
but
had
I'm
a really
like an
fire
east side
outfit
straight
on.
girl is like giving bisexual.
Yeah, totally.
And they probably are bisexual.
I think it's because maybe like their outfits are maybe leaning a little more Gen Z to me,
Yeah.
where I just think every
And
Gen Z is
like
gay.
Is gay. I feel
Yeah.
like, I feel like
Because
we can confidently say
I was
that.
on the west side and I was wearing a fire outfit that like I was wearing jorts, right? And
Mhm.
I loved my outfit. And then after like a few hours of being where I was like, I hate my outfit right now because not that I hated
No.
it, it's just because every woman was wearing the same thing. And I felt like I stuck out in a
like a
bad
sore
way.
thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't think that we have that here. I feel like we have a very eclectic
Yeah.
like range where we like when we're going out somewhere, no one's really gonna be wearing the same things.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the wearing the same things is very it's just like not it's like very like male gaze-y,
Mhm.
you know?
The Brandy Melville like cookie cutter.
Or even like
cut,
women
like-
wearing Elwood.
You've seen some great.
Yes. I mean, have you
Oh
seen
my god!
that
Wait.
Instagram?
Okay, I have seen the like that girl that is always like doing content for them. I thought was like really hot.
Yeah, but she's straight,
But she's
right?
straight.
Yes.
And she's like literally in like an outfit I would wear.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like,
They're
oh, you're
they're
like,
normalizing jorts for straight women.
oh my god.
Yeah, they are.
That fucking
We can't
sucks.
have anything.
I know.
We cannot have anything. They
Literally.
stole partner.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
stealing jorts. They're stealing our style. Like
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I saw this like one girl on Instagram that was like very, very straight. She's like lives in Utah. She's like, this is how I style my backwards hat outfit.
Oh.
What?
She said my backwards hat outfit.
No.
And I was like, oh
No.
my God. Like, if you want to be gay, just be
be
gay.
gay.
But also, why are you doing a backwards hat?
Yeah.
But when I think of backwards hat, I think of very specific
Like, hey, mama.
TikTok. No, like Shannon Beveridge. I don't know why. I
But
don't
I
think
think
I've
that was
ever
Shannon
seen
Beveridge
her.
circa 2010. Like,
Dude,
I don't think
yeah,
anyone's
yeah.
still
She
doing
would
that.
not-
Also, speaking of Shannon Beveridge is
Also-
dating a
Yes.
straight looking woman,
woman.
West Side looking woman.
Yeah.
Literally Becca, whatever
I
her
think
name
she's
is.
Yeah, Becca Moore.
I saw a TikTok that was like, Shannon is literally like the gateway. She's like the Cara
Yeah,
Delevingne.
she
Like,
yeah.
is.
She's literally only dates straight
Yes.
women.
Yeah.
And like they're always her first girlfriend.
Was that Becky girl dating women already?
I don't know.
No.
I don't
No.
No, because she made a TikTok that's like, oh, I'm like now. Like it's hard.
Damn, Shannon is turning
Yeah,
bitches
she's
out
turning
left
bitches
and right.
out.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, send her to Charlie XCX.
She's a
Actually,
veteran
yeah.
of the
Yeah.
She was like,
And
I
also
will do
just, like,
it.
Yeah.
Well,
But
it
she was
makes
the
sense,
start
though.
of
yeah, it's starter
YouTube
pack.
lesbian. Like
It's-
she
yeah.
was.
Well, yeah, she was a start of YouTube lesbian, and she's also starter pack for
Yeah, she's
newly
like
understood
Cara.
bisexual or like
Yeah.
bi-curious
The gateway
women.
to-
Yeah,
bi-
she is
curios-
fully
Yeah.
gateway. Yeah.
Do you guys feel like she's androgynous?
No.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Because my thing is like, I think, well, even my first girlfriend was very androgynous. And I thought that's what my type was. Like, I was like, oh, I only love mask and androgynous people. And I think did you guys go through that phase? Or were you like, I really want a femme girl as fuck?
Oh.
I don't think I've ever wanted a femme girl.
Yeah.
I've dated
Exactly.
one femme girl,
How was that?
Rose. Her name was Rose, and she was taller than me and like kind of did look like a model. Like she was gorgeous, and every straight man on campus loved her.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got Rose. Like,
Yeah.
sorry guys. Like I
So
would
you were
walk
the
down
mask.
campus and be like, I remember when my
Oh my
dad,
God.
I was directing vagina monologues. I was dating her.
Oh
my
my
dad
God.
came to support me. He flew
I
out.
love
Wow.
that.
And I introduced him, and I'll never forget the look on his face when it was almost like
he was like,
He
am
was
I
in
attracted
shock.
to her?
he was like,
He's like, wait,
this is-
she's gorgeous.
yeah.
Wait,
She's
what?
gay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
And
need
Rose,
a photo.
yeah,
soon.
Rose
Yeah,
broke
I
my
would love to see a
heart.
photo
Rose
of
broke my
Rose.
heart, and
Was she a lesbian?
no, she has never. I'm the only girl she has
Oh.
ever dated. But I
So
truly
you definitely-
like there are like some femme women where I'm like, you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like I can see
Yeah.
that they are just so
Yeah.
gorgeous, but in terms of someone I would actually date,
Yeah.
it is leaning androgynous,
Yeah.
more like athlete tomboy vibes
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah. And you surprisingly also like.
Yeah, I feel like when I first came out, like I feel like I was super into like the same version of myself. Or like all of my crushes were like girls I played soccer with or like more
Athletic,
tomboy, like,
yeah.
athletic. Just because I mean that's what I was around like 24/7, and also most soccer players are gay. So
Yeah.
Not anymore if you look at the U.S. women's
well,
national
yeah,
team.
not today, babes. But they
Are there
need
no
to.
gays on the team?
No, there's one
You're
gay.
lying.
There's like one. Isn't Listen Eric gay? I don't know if
Probably.
she's. I mean, she looks dyke.
Yeah. But you could say probably for all of them, and then you go on their Instagrams and they have a baby with a husband.
Yeah.
But we're used to having like
Like at
people
least,
dating on the
dykes.
team.
Yeah.
Like people like
people like
be-
fully dating.
or like they're
Yeah,
on rival teams and they're dating.
I
But
remember
there is
the-
they all have
they
husbands and
all
kids.
have husbands. They're married.
Okay,
and
can
they're,
we
like,
have one thing?
like
No.
yeah,
Like we can't have one thing?
domesticated as fuck, but they're all so like
Are they beautiful?
Yeah.
they're all
Okay.
beautiful.
Well,
They
just they'll
Yeah.
meet Shannon Beveridge at some.
I
At some
know.
oh my
point in
god,
their
we
life.
just need to intro
We
them
need,
to
we need her to be
Shannon.
a fan of soccer.
Dude,
Get her to go to Angel City
Oh,
games.
She needs to do what needs
She
to be
needs
done.
to like go be the water girl.
That
for the-
is so
not
fucking
the water
US
girl.
women's national team. Turn some bitches out.
Nicole,
That's
for context on
hilarious.
Water Girl.
Oh my god. Okay, no.
Nicole
do not-
yesterday
No,
said
no.
I'm ready to
she
hear
would
this.
love to date a water girl.
No.
And
Oh my god.
I could see
I'm
that.
gonna pass away.
Anyone
I'm gonna
who
pass
is there
away.
to serve you.
Shut the fuck up.
make sure you're hydrated on the daily.
This is
Are
not
you
become a drag
drinking water?
I think we need to go back to
Wait,
our
why would you not want to wear? Why are you so pressed about that?
because they made fun of me because I was like, oh, I would date like a PT person, like a physical therapist person, or like a trainer, or like whatever.
We all
and then I
agreed
was
with
thinking,
that.
That's cool.
We
and then I
agreed
was
with that.
thinking, like, okay, soccer team. And I
They
was
can
like,
massage the
they
fuck
have
out
like
of you.
water girls. And then Cole was like, no, bro, water girls are like 19 years old.
Which is fair.
Okay,
And
I do not know a
but,
30-year-old water girl.
Okay, but I did not. Like,
maybe they're just really passionate about hydrating bitches. Okay, fuck.
I gotta go. I'm gonna walk off this set right now.
Okay, if there were to be a woman
But I
that
feel
was a
like
water
they're,
girl
like-
in your demographic of realm of dating, like I'm sure you're not going to be like, I love that water girl. I don't care if she's 18. Like,
I would not date an 18-year-old.
yeah.
To be clear.
Yeah.
Let me just state that.
Let me just like PSA. I'm not that girl.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But I was thinking, I didn't put two and two together because I felt like, I don't know, when I see PTs like on the field, they look like they're just like older and like
They look like they know what
PTs
they're
are
doing.
so hot.
They're like,
Yeah.
let me wrap the fuck out of your
There's a
ankle.
major
I made
difference.
I made a
Major difference, Nicole, between
Oh my god!
a PT who goes through a master's
Whatever.
program in
and
whatever.
that's
grad
their
school,
career.
and then a entry level water girl job.
And a
So
water
there's
girl
no
who's, like,
professional
Their
water.
dad coaches the soccer team,
Yeah.
and they're there for free.
Whatever.
Probably doesn't even
because
know
I
different
think
brands of
about,
water. Like is not even a
okay.
connoisseur of water.
They don't even know what alkaline water is.
Yeah.
Whatever. I will say this one tidbit and we can be done with this because it's ridiculous. But I feel like when I was like playing, I felt like I was around. Well, I guess I was younger.
because you were in high
Okay,
school
because I was
or college.
I was like,
She's like, everyone was hot there.
I was like, I had a crush on my assistant coach in high school, and he was like in college.
okay.
So I just felt like,
but he was not
Also,
the water girl.
when you were younger,
but he was
wouldn't
like,
it be even more questionable if there was like a 30-year-old water person? Someone's like, hey, you know what I want to
I
be?
can't wait.
I want
I
to
gotta
give
go.
out water to
Okay, you
17
guys-
You're
year
like,
olds.
actually, I
You're
can't have
so right.
a real job because I am a sexual offender.
I'm not gonna win this battle, and I regret what I said. I didn't mean it. Like I didn't. I redacted immediately.
You know, I think you were just feeling what you were feeling in the moment, and I'm sure the water girl for whatever
I just
game you
feel
were
like
watching
the
was
people
beautiful.
Are like,
and
when
taking
I
your
watch
breath away.
football, like NFL, like those aren't teenagers, like giving the players water.
Yeah, I think, but I also, to that point, I think they have more responsibilities other than water.
Okay.
NFL.
Yes, the NFL like water people.
I think
They're not.
I think it's
They
like
are not teenagers.
because
they're
I think
adults.
it's also PTs have the water and they're, I think that they're PTs. I don't
Every-
think they're specifically water.
Dude,
water girls.
every member of the Water Girl Association
They're
of
gonna come at
America
us.
is
They're gonna
rising.
come at us.
Rise up, Water Girls.
Whatever.
This is your time to shine,
I
bitches.
just feel like at basketball games, the water girls are not teenagers.
I've never heard someone ride so fucking hard for Water Girls. in
I just want
entire
my
life.
point to be made. Like
That's
I
the name
didn't
of this podcast
correlate.
episode.
I
Water
did not
Girls.
correlate
Girls.
that, and I wasn't thinking like whatever. Like
You know what?
I was
Okay.
thinking physical therapist along the lines
Yes.
of that.
Yeah.
That's what
If
I was
you're a
thinking.
30-plus-year-old
No,
water girl that looks beautiful and are single, and you also like women that look like Nicole, drop a like in the chat. Just say Nicole, I like you, and we'll hook y'all up because we have points that need to be proven.
Yeah, no, this is important.
Yeah, this is.
I hate everyone right now.
Well, you know what? I'm just glad that you're not a classist bitch, and you're not like, I will never date a water girl. You're like, I will date a water girl if they're
hot,
if they're old enough,
and
if they're of age,
of age, and they're hot. Because I just
and
I'm
they
not
have
gonna,
goals
I'm
and
done explaining myself.
aspirations.
But anyways, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Who knows what?
So
Wow.
I think what
well,
I want to know is if you and your sister have dated the same person.
She's like,
Oh,
let's
wow.
get back to the
People.
bullet points.
Yeah.
We're on a tangent about
Yeah.
Nicole's dating life and
We have never dated the same person because we have a system, and it's very important that we follow the system.
my
wait,
God.
what's the system?
I mean, it's really like anytime we, we're close, but anytime we would match with someone on an
you
app.
immediately divulge.
Well, like, and if we're going to go on a date with them, usually we'll be like, okay, I have this date, their name, like once her current girlfriend's name is Perry. I have hooked up with a Perry before.
Oh my
so
God,
I
you're
also
gonna
know
say
of a
these.
Perry.
So my so when my sister said I have a date with a Perry, I said, hold on, send me a photo.
Okay.
So that's happened many times. And
so
I
you guys
remember
have like an
that's,
Excel sheet. You're like, wait,
basically-
let's
yeah,
put it
it's
in
like,
an
no,
Excel sheet.
I was like,
can't.
half the lesbians have the same fucking name.
Yeah. And actually, with my most recent ex, I remember before we were dating,
Wait.
I posted a photo of them because we were friends before we started dating. And my sister DM'd me and said, who's that? And I said, sorry, you can't.
Your most recent ex?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
So
I-
you guys have the same type.
Yeah. Do you guys have the same type?
No.
What is
What
your
then,
type?
What's
I think my sister is still
trying to figure it out?
figuring it out. I mean, she has a girlfriend that she loves and they're
Is this
madly
her
in love
first
and they live
girlfriend?
together. First like serious girlfriend.
Okay.
She had a girlfriend for like a
Oh.
couple months, but like I think in terms of figuring out what her type is, like it's
like has range?
I also feel like having a type, I mean, sometimes it can be problematic when
Yeah.
it's just like, I like blank race.
No.
Like, that's fucking weird.
No.
But also I feel like it evolves. Like what we like
Yeah.
evolves as we get older.
for sure.
You know?
And I mean,
Yeah.
like I've been
I
out
feel
for
like-
10 plus
yeah.
years, so
Yeah.
I've
It's gonna,
had
like,
a lot of
change
time to like kind of
If you
figure
were
out and
dating
hone
the
in.
first
Hone in on
kind
it.
of type that you were
Oh
dating.
my,
God.
well,
I feel like Audrey
honestly,
explained it good yesterday.
my first girlfriend,
No, I mean,
she'll
she's
never listen to this,
hot
but I
and
would absolutely
sexy.
date her again. Yeah.
Your
She's
first
how- who-
girlfriend?
My
how
first
would you-
girlfriend, we're still
Honestly,
on each other's close friends. We're still involved in each
Send
other's
this to her if you have to.
Wow. So shout out to Bryce's first girlfriend. Maybe
Yeah.
you should reach out to her.
She has only
You genuinely would like
100%.
Why'd you guys break up?
Wow.
We were young.
Just
She
young.
was in a band that was touring. I was still in college.
Does
She
still
was
do-
in New York. I was
she
in
still
Boston.
Is in band. Like, is she still in a band?
Arguably in a much larger band that travels
Oh my God. Wait.
all the
is-
time.
is
Drop
this
the name.
Olivia Rodrigo ex?
Yes, my ex-girlfriend is the guitarist for Olivia Rodrigo,
So
and she is.
Are we
So,
leaving this in?
what
she
are we
literally
doing?
goes. I see her
We need to
on
get you
viral on
back.
TikTok because lesbians.
You
Because
should
Olivia
slide
brings her
back
up and is like,
in.
"Hi, every show. It's a part of her bit. Hi, everyone. This is my friend Daisy.
This is my-
Daisy, come here with me.
She was
I'm an
on
ally.
the NPR episode where she did, where Olivia Rodrigo did
Tiny
the
Desk?
Tiny Desk, but it was in the DMV because of her song driver's license. Yeah.
Daisy was in a tiny desk,
Okay.
one of hers. But yeah, she
Plot
has a girlfriend
twist.
now, but she
Oh.
was married.
She said, but I still
I was like,
hit.
yeah,
but I was still hit.
I was like, you should slide back in that.
No, she has a girlfriend, but she was married. And
Wait, when you guys were dating, she was married?
no,
Nicole.
it's been over 10 years. She has also had many girlfriends.
What is she supposed to say? Yeah, actually, yeah.
You guys,
I was a 20-year-old
I'm on,
homewrecker who
Yeah,
I'm on
what?
a half a brain cell right
She's
now.
also the same age as me. That would be wild.
Okay.
What
Um,
the fuck?
But she
I don't know why I
she
said
went on
that.
to
Nicole's
date
like,
someone
have you
who she
killed a
married.
person in cold blood?
Yeah.
And Bryce is like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Just like stop and stare.
I hate everyone.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the last time she came and we hung out, she was married and she came to LA and was like, Bryce, let's hang out. So I was like, yes, come to the chapel.
And you were like, I will be wearing my chastity belt tonight.
I came with Berto. I came with Berto that night.
Oh.
Oh no.
God.
You're in for a messy
Oh my God.
boots.
Berto's like, she actually still in love with you and she
Yeah.
wants to freak you.
I think, like, do
Every
you think
time
you
I
guys
see
should get back
Berto, he brings
together?
up Daisy. He's like,
Oh.
she's so hot. Did you see that video
Oh
of
my
her the other
God.
day? You guys should get married. You should.
Oh.
And I'm like, I know, dude. I know.
Berto, unless you're
yeah.
gonna officiate the
If
wedding.
you're ever
like-
trying to get back together with anybody, Berto's your.
I
like,
know.
It's
That's
actually
what
the
I said. I was
best
like,
It's like the
weapon or-
best.
yeah. I said,
segment
Berto, you're
to,
not
like-
allowed to ever be in a room alone with her
Yeah.
again. But when we were there that night at
Exactly.
the chapel, she turns to me and she says, my wife doesn't know I'm here hanging out with you. And this was like 5 years after we
Okay.
dated.
I'm
and I
horny
was
right
like,
now.
Wow.
and in my head, I was like, oh, so you still think about me like I think
Oh,
about you.
yeah.
Shit.
She seems very happy with her girlfriend right now. They seem like
I'm so happy
properly
for
in
them.
love, but
But
Okay, I'm definitely.
I
gonna
would be
look up-
happier
look
to
this-
see something
yeah,
else.
like I would say that
Yeah,
I would
think
say
I'm,
my
like-
serious relationship after that, that's what you would think my first ever girl would be.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
that's the person that like proper fuck boy, proper like
do we know what they look like?
they're transmasculine.
Okay, the
Oh,
person
is
that was
this-
in that show.
I've seen the toxicity and I cannot condone.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you see
But
them on
unfortunately,
the show,
yeah,
you
I
were
was like,
I
they
got so
were
many texts during that like, oh my God,
toxic.
Bryce, are you
You're like,
okay?
is this what you went through? Like,
Yeah.
are you good?
Oh,
Yeah.
Are they dating someone now?
Probably. They are a serial dater. They have
Scary hours.
I mean, we still follow each other on Instagram, but I have him muted, and we do not speak. Like, we do not interact.
How was that relationship?
It was my
And that was your first serious gay relationship.
I was with him when he got top surgery, when he started testosterone.
Wow.
He essentially lived with me.
Oh,
like, we were the most codependent you could ever be.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Wow.
We spent every second together. It was a very toxic relationship. It was.
How long were you guys?
So we dated seriously for a year, and then I broke up with him, but then we were in a pseudo relationship for another year. He lived with me that year.
Wow, dude.
And then
what year was this? Like, what's timeline?
2017, 2018.
Damn.
Whoa.
And then literally the night before he flew out to that show, he spent the night. We were hooking up still. We were, And then,
oh my God.
I've never seen the actual emoji like this.
Yep. And then he's telling me, like, because he always wanted to, like, be known for being queer. He wanted to have a presence. He wanted to be famous. So he was like, that's why I'm not going to find anyone. And we weren't in we were
bro, so that shit's so real. You know how they
he was like, I'm just going to fuck.
Because we weren't technically dating.
Always that one person. It's like, oh, they're not here. They're here for the show. And then they're like, you find out. And I'm like, I always wondered if that were like actually true, but like it is. Like,
it is true,
like,
but he also went on to date like 4 people on the show and had the first national fivesome.
Like, I still have a girlfriend back home.
Yeah,
like,
he had a fivesome
crazy.
on the TV show. But yeah, he left. And then while he was gone, his coworker, who he would sometimes stay there when I'd be like, okay, you can't live with me every day. Like, you need,
Yeah.
So he would go, my coworker's so nice, so kind for letting me stay there. I would go when she was at work. I would go over, pick him up, go inside, play with her dog, whatever.
Oh my
She
God.
DMs me while he is gone. DMs me and says,
they've been hooking up.
Well, just says, hi, are you at home? I need to drop off all of stuff. And I said, no, you're not dropping off Kai's stuff. Kai can't. What do you mean?
You're like, Kai cannot.
Kai cannot be like, no. And I was like, what's going on? And she was like, I'm setting a boundary. I don't feel comfortable telling you. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, tell me what's happening. Are you kidding me?
You want me to take them back?
Yeah.
But you don't.
And you're not going to tell me what happened?
She said, this is a little toxic of you that you keep pushing. I'm going to block you if you don't stop asking me.
You're the one that came to me, bitch.
And then I got confirmation that they were, because the day he came back, he called. I was the first call when he got off the flight.
Obviously, because probably that bitch blocked him.
Yeah. And he called me and he said,
no connection.
So I'm assuming you found out. And I was like, I actually didn't get any confirmation, but I'm assuming something happened. So we met up at Barnsdall Park and he told me that they had been dating the entire time.
Bro.
He told her he loved her. She didn't know we were still. He was fully dating both of us at the same time, and then went on that show, and then came back and was like, and I was like, I literally was just like, dude, that's so fucked up. I was like, that is so fucked up to that girl and to me. I was like, I know we broke up and we're not in a technical relationship, but you've been living with me. My God. And so it was. We also got assaulted together. We were trauma bonded.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was like his 16-year-old sister was in town holding me with my blood all over her. Like, we were fully trauma bonded. We went through so much together, which is why I think there's a part of me that like can't unfriend him on Instagram. There's a part of me like I still follow his sister on Instagram. Like, there's a part of me that can't let go of that, even though I hope I never see him again.
Yeah.
And he reached out to me about 3 years ago and sent me a very long email apologizing for everything he had done. And said, you were the best girlfriend I have ever had. And then at the end of it said, I would love to grab drinks and go on a date with you. I never responded.
Block.
I'm like, are you really asking 5 years? Are you asking me out again? Are you
That's
kidding?
crazy.
Like, I was like, my parents would never even like let me come in
Like
near
literally
you.
near you. My friends would pull me back, like, you know, like
Yeah.
it was. But there's still, you know, there's.
Yeah.
I still feel trauma bonded in a way where I'm like, well, we went through
Like so much shit.
so much together, and it was such your classic toxic relationship.
Yeah.
That
Have you ever seen them in like out? Just like
yeah. So
Oh no way.
there was like a weird. So when I started hanging out with Erica, Cole, everyone, and we were, and it was the time when Are You the One came out. We all went. He invited us. We all went to like the finale with the
Wait,
cast.
shut
Like we all hung
up.
out. We all had a night with them. Like
what?
gay prom, Camila's gay prom. Kai and his girlfriend came. Like
oh my god.
I was forging a friendship.
Wow.
Like I was trying to still
Like,
have
be
him in my
friends.
life.
You're so big for that.
But then I think it was also some not great. I think it was some toxicity on my end of wanting to still like
Yeah.
have that and almost be
yeah.
like
connection a little bit.
Yeah.
still know I was important to him.
Yeah.
So I think like when during the beginning of COVID, during the Black Lives Matter movement, when Camila, Ali, and I were doing like this food meal delivery service situation, Camila reached out to their ex and I reached out to my ex because they had a following on Instagram because we wanted them to post it.
Yeah. Oh my
He
gosh.
didn't do it.
He did it.
Oh, nice.
And that was
Oh.
the last time that we
Wow.
Like ever talked.
We literally stopped talking. He then went on to be on an episode of True Life something. And I remember
True Life, I was
True
dating
Life?
two
Like,
girls at
what?
once.
True
I was
Life,
lying
I'm
and
trans.
manipulating
I think
two
it was like True
girls.
Life, I'm trans or something.
Oh.
And his friend group in it was a completely different friend group. He could not maintain a friend for his life. He doesn't have any of the same friends.
When
I'm
you guys
still
first-
friends with
all the people.
all
like,
of those people. He literally doesn't. And these people, when the episode came out,
like text you.
I don't know them, but they all, because I, you know,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah, yeah,
snooping.
yeah.
We love
I
a
went
little
and looked at
snoop.
all of their Instagrams and they were straight up posting, we do not want anything to do with this person.
Wait, so they're like real bad.
Like really
bad news.
But there's still a part of me that's like, he's
Yeah.
so damaged and
Mhm.
hurt. This,
Yeah.
He just, but like,
Wow.
Gotta get the fuck over that. but yeah, so that, yeah, my dating history has always been interesting. And that's why when I met my most recent ex, who was so good to me and such a good, loving partner to me, all my friends who had seen that, all of those relationships were like, this is a good one.
Yeah.
This is a good person for you. We're so happy
LOL.
you are, you know, in this situation.
I mean, I think regardless of how it ends, like obviously the relationships that we have are like there for a reason in that
Mhm.
specific time in our
100%.
lives. And so I
Yeah.
think that because you had this relationship with her, at least you know that now you have the capability of meeting someone that isn't
Yeah.
going to,
Yes.
you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like
I do not
And
regret
that
the
you could, like,
relationship at all.
accept it
Yeah.
too. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
having all the traumatizing relationships that you have had. And I think it's like, I think that's one thing. It's like you need somebody to show it to you
Yeah,
so that you can know that it's possible and that it's able to come into your life.
right.
For sure.
Because if, like, yeah, like I think that that's
Because I
also,
think
like,
if not, like
important.
it's so easy to be jaded by all of the
Yeah.
shit that we've gone through. Like I've
Yeah.
gone through really, really bad relationships that I know I have definitely played a role in the badness of it.
Mhm.
But like if I were to like hold on to all of those things, then it's like I would never progress in life.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, like not every ex is gonna leave me at a gas station at 3 a.m. with my phone dead by myself.
Ooh.
You know? But yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah.
that, you know, it really, like, relationships really do teach you
Yeah.
a lot. And
Yeah.
it's the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Every relationship is like a mirror to yourself, to be
Yeah.
honest with
Also
you.
Yeah.
that part too.
Yeah. It's like who you choose, what you decide is like acceptable in the relationship
Mhm.
is all
Mm-hmm.
you,
Yeah.
honestly.
No, I
Which is sometimes the hardest part.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of times I've gone to my therapist and been like, read this text message.
Oh
Was I fucked up?
my
Oh,
god.
was this really fucked up of me? And she's like,
I
Grace, you're
do.
human. I'm like,
yeah,
no, that was so
but
bad.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
You were saying that you've had the same therapist for Like 10 years?
No. So I've been in therapy for
okay.
since I
Okay.
was in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This most recent one I've had for over a year, but she is a specialist.
Oh, okay.
So
I
I
see,
switched over to her. She diagnosed me
Yeah.
with OCD.
Yeah.
And then I later got diagnosed with ADHD. So the combo is really fun, really good.
Having a great time.
Yeah, I'm loving
But did you
it.
have a therapist for a long time? Like, am I?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, when I was in Boston, I had one for a couple years. Then I
Okay.
had one.
I don't know why I'm
Here,
thinking
that
you
was
had
what
one
are
for
you
like
thinking
10
of?
years. I don't know.
No, I had one for 3 or 4 years.
Like the same
She
one,
was
or-
great, but then she had a baby and she went out of practice.
People should stop
Oh.
having.
I would have
babies
stayed with
soon.
her.
Don't
I would
have
have stayed with her.
Yeah.
I'm taking a break from my current one because financially it's
Yeah.
so expensive. But I
Mhm.
mean, she's wonderful, and she said
That
she'll
sucks, dude.
gladly take me
Yeah.
on again when I'm ready. But
That really sucks. I know who I was talking about. Who has this?
Ooh.
yeah.
Chris said that he had the same. He has had the same therapist for like 10 years now.
Isn't that kind
and
of
that's
like,
beautiful. So they have followed him in his journey.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it could be really great or it could
Or,
be
like-
really bad because
yeah.
I
it
feel
depends
like you
on-
get like use or like
Yeah.
I mean, I think the
10
beauty
years?
of having a therapist who has known you for 10 years means that they really know you, right?
Yeah.
I think the detrimental part of having a therapist for 10 years could be that they are maybe just validating
a
everything
lot
you're
of
doing.
things. Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
there are
I
so
feel
many
like-
different types of
Yeah.
therapists.
Yeah.
And my therapist has said, like, she was like, we're not in this to be in this forever.
Yeah,
yeah,
She was
yeah.
like, I want you to
Like,
acquire these skills and
Yeah.
be able to move on. And
Yeah.
she was like, I fully believe that people should come in and out of therapy,
Totally.
Yeah.
and that, but like, you don't need to,
Yeah.
for your whole, unless,
Yeah.
obviously there's different.
Like you should
Yeah.
use it.
Situations,
Like it's
but-
almost like if you break your leg, like you go through the process of healing it, and like
Mhm.
you have a cast, but you don't have a cast for fucking ever,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because then you wouldn't know how to
Yeah.
walk by yourself.
it's
Yeah.
almost, it's like a different kind of crutch.
yeah,
I mean, it's-
exactly.
That's so true.
Exactly.
You're like, well, I'm not going to make this decision until I talk to my therapist on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
right,
Like it's very,
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
If you can't make your own life
That's
decisions
crazy.
without them, like I think that I want to get to a place because I see my therapist like every 2 weeks. Sometimes I see her like once a month, and I do love that
Like,
cadence
that
right now
cadence.
because I think that like I'm not experiencing all the shit that I used to,
Yeah.
where I was like, I need to see you like every day. I need you
Yeah.
to be on call.
and you have more skills.
You know?
You've acquired
Exactly.
more. Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's all like a coping mechanism. So it's not like we're not going through shit that like
Yeah.
feels terrible. It's just that now we have like lessons,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
The therapy's working.
Yeah, literally. That's why whenever I had one therapist who, we were talking about this, where she like would just sit there and like wasn't saying anything to me at the end of our relationship
Oh.
together. And
You're like, hello.
Wait,
She
that
was
would give
like-
me so
Is
much
it
anxiety.
yeah.
anxiety?
And we're on like Zoom and I'm like, are you are you
Yeah.
what's going
What's
on?
going
Are you
on?
frozen?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I just think that maybe we should graduate you because like I don't know if you just sitting here and like giving me life updates like is
Dude,
working.
that's crazy.
And I was just like, oh my God, like for a long time I was like, should I even have a therapist? Like I didn't know that I could like acquire trauma around therapy,
Yeah.
which is
No,
weird,
that's really
so
interesting.
weird.
you know? So I was like, okay. So I didn't see a therapist for a long time. And then for a long time I thought that I had to like come to therapy as a certain version of myself,
Mhm.
which sucks.
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm like,
gosh.
am I just sitting here and paying someone to listen to me
Mhm.
talk? Like,
Mhm.
because that's what I was doing. I'm
Yeah.
glad that she like saw that and was like, I don't want this.
No,
to
I
happen
think that's a
anymore,
good
but-
sign of, she's not, it's not just a money grab. She's not just
Yeah.
like trying to take your money every week
For
or once a
sure.
month. She's like, hey,
It was freaked up, man.
for sure.
Yeah.
My therapist doesn't even really let me talk.
Oh.
Oh,
She
Yeah.
said, shut up.
she
Well,
said
we do like legitimate like
Work-
worksheets and
worksheets.
Oh,
exercises
yeah.
because for
Like-
people with OCD, talk therapy is not good.
You're like
Because I'll
spinning your wheels.
Literally, that's one of
Yeah.
my compulsions is talking through it. Like, okay, if I
Yeah.
did this thing, is that bad? If I did
Dude.
this thing, is it good? So if I
Yes.
come in and I start, she'll literally be like,
Listen.
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you talk about this for one more minute.
I love that.
Then I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. And then we're going to start this worksheet.
I love that.
And I'm like,
okay.
Because it's not just like setting
Okay.
the boundary in the moment, but it's teaching yourself how to stop it
Yeah.
at that point too.
Yeah. She's like, do you see what you're doing?
Wow.
Do you see? Can you talk me through the steps of what this compulsion is?
Yeah.
What your fear is that has led you
Yeah.
to this, and what type of compulsions you're giving into right now. And then, yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
So I love her, but can't
Yeah.
afford her
Yeah.
because unfortunately
sucks,
specialists
bro.
usually aren't covered by insurance.
Really?
Which
She's not
is
covered
so
by insurance at
shitty.
all?
No, $200 a week.
Oh, week?
Mm-hmm.
Like every session.
It's crazy.
And can you see her less than every week?
Not really. She is a hot commodity. Yeah,
That's $400.
yeah.
No, wait, that's
$800 a month.
I can't do that.
And as a freelancer who is
No.
unemployed for long periods of time, like I'm like rent,
that
Therapy.
sucks.
rent,
for
therapy,
Could
food,
you- I mean,
therapy.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's hard to find someone that you really resonate with, but like, could you find another specialist that is covered by insurance?
I could try, but
Yeah.
it's sometimes, it's,
Yeah.
I feel like I was very lucky to
Yeah.
find, especially with OCD, because not all therapists are well versed
Totally.
in OCD. So it could be even more detrimental to me to get,
A new
A
therapist.
different one.
because then I'm like, okay, well, you're a
You're,
professional.
like, actually, like,
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
so it's tough, but I've also been seeing her. There was a period where it was 2 times a week. I was doing $1,600 a month. So
oh my god,
That is like
so
someone's rent.
that's
expensive.
yeah, it's more than my rent. And
That's
so
crazy.
I'm glad,
Jeez.
we've put in a lot of work and a lot of time.
Yeah.
We've made it to the end of the
Oh, you
the
have
worksheets. So she
Oh.
was right. She was like, we've gotten to the point where now you aren't
like dependent.
dependent and not obsessing in the way that you were before. She was like,
where it's
but
manageable.
yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
so now we can focus on like happiness and like
Yeah.
Oh,
what will get you happiness. But now you're not in like a like
like down,
Yeah,
deep
downward.
down.
Now you're
Yeah.
like,
You've like reached equilibrium.
yeah,
Basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
not freaking the fuck out anymore.
Dude.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's a journey.
Yeah.
I mean, especially too, I feel like, I mean, obviously you like touched on the fact that you're like sober now, but I feel like too, that probably helps a lot. Like being able to be in the right mindset of like, I am able to carry this feeling or whatever without
Yeah.
having an alternate state of mind.
I did not know that smoking as much weed as I was one of the main causes of my mental illness. I did not know. Like, I was like, yeah, it's bad what I'm doing. I was
Yeah.
like, yes, I smoke
Yeah.
way too much.
Yeah.
I
You
am completely
realized-
dependent on this. I always knew that.
Yeah.
But I did not think that it really was taking that much of a toll on my
Was it,
ability
like,
to process
Same.
emotions. Like so when I got sober, it was really hard in the first few months. Like, honestly, bless my ex.
Yeah.